Fox 61 was there for the big moment this past November where airmen from the 103rd Operations and Maintenance Group came home after being deployed in Kuwait. They are now being rewarded for their efforts in Operations Freedom, Centennial, and Inherent Resolve. The awards were given to the airmen who were instrumental in missions carrying cargo and troops through dangerous territories and, according to officials, were met at one point with small arms fire, anti-aircraft artillery, and surface-to-air missiles.
In your holy name we pray. Amen.
But even during the ceremony, thoughts were back overseas. Thousands of troops will reportedly deploy overseas following a U.S. airstrike. U.S. officials saying this latest drone attack was to stop an imminent attack in the region after the U.S. embassy was attacked this past Tuesday, provoking protest.
Always on our minds. They're part of our bigger team that we're a part of, so we do think about that a lot.
State leaders say they know this incident has left many with questions.
General Soleimani is not somebody that anyone should shed any tears over in terms of his loss. Having said that, the question is, how does this end?
And the answer?
We have heard nothing from the White House in terms of just, how exactly this is supposed to stabilize and pacify that part of the world. If anything, it just seems like it's just escalating the tensions on both sides.
Military leaders say without the knowledge of tensions de-escalating, they will be watching how events unfold and making sure their soldiers are ready.
We talk to them quite frontally about what they need to prepare for, what they need to be talking to their families about, what sacrifice means, what mom or dad would need to do in the absence of their partner that they might not be aware of.
Now, the Connecticut National Guard and Air National Guard have not yet heard anything new as far as any future deployments, but state leaders say when they go to back to work next week, they hope to find out. Take a listen.
I sit on the House Armed Services Committee. We're going to get briefed next week when we go there, but again, nothing that I've heard from Secretary Pompeo or others have really been very convincing about how this is supposed to de-escalate the situation, which is what he claimed it would. In fact, the opposite seems to be happening. You obviously have to be engaged with people like myself and other federal officials to make sure that we are staying on top of this administration and getting answers which the country deserves, because there was no warning about the fact that they were going to basically step up the tension over there by taking the step that they did.
Now, of course, we will continue to cover this story as it develops, and you can expect more from Fox 61. We're live in the studio. Brian Ditlake, Fox 61 News.